Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. Rigathi Gachagua was impeached yesterday, but two things are very clear. Number one, William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, is keen on concluding the process of nominating or appointing a new Deputy President as soon as possible. In fact, if that were to happen tomorrow, William Ruto would be the happiest man on earth. I think William Ruto doesn't want this issue to drag on. Number two, Rigathi Gachagua is also showing signs that he's planning to fight. I'm not so sure whether he's going to succeed, but from all indications, Rigathi Gachagua is planning to drag this issue or this matter up to its logical conclusion, which probably might even be at the Supreme Court. Earlier today, Justice Mwita issued some conservatory orders, which are significant politically speaking. I will do a proper analysis about those orders tomorrow. But now I want us to talk about something which I've also been observing, which is kind of related to those orders. I want us to talk about something which Moses Kuria has been revealing through series of tweets. I've been following Moses Kuria very closely since Rigathi Gachagua was impeached yesterday, especially whatever he's posting on his official Twitter handle. Remember, Moses Kuria is one of the cabinet secretaries who were removed by the president. And at some point, Moses Kuria made a promise that he would never allow Rigathi Gachagua to be impeached.
Wakati wa hii reshuffle ilikuwa hapa juzi. Wengine mumeona wameleta ba superstars wao. Simumeona Joho. Simumeona Oparanya. Simumeona John Badi. Sisi wale wetu wamerudishwa, wamechaguliwa onogethie encyclopedia ndukimya mundu aimite na ku na rorete na ku. Lakini hata kama tumekoseana, mimi hata wale wamenikosea, hata Deputy President, nasikia watu wakisema ati akuwe impeached. Hizo ndio dale ha oru na oru. I will not agree for the Deputy President to be impeached. As long as I'm alive, sitakubali akuwe impeached. Tulikota kule ha oru na ke. So I have released him on a free bond. Hakuna shida. Lakini lesson tutasoma. Na saa hii mimi nitazunguka hii mlima kuongoza watu na ile akili nimesoma ya mahesabu ya kupita.
But Moses Kuria is revealing a lot through his official Twitter and Facebook pages. I want us to just go through some of the tweets because they are going to form the basis of this analysis. By the way, before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually on Moses Kuria's Twitter handle, and you can see this is verified because in most cases we have parodies, but this is a verified page of Moses Kuria. And the first tweet he made yesterday was this, 32 years ago. He actually took a screenshot of a tweet he made on the 15th day of September 2024. On that day, William Ruto was in some church. Rigathi Gachagua was missing. And Moses Kuria posted this on that day. This is the last time this seat will be vacant. I swear. Later, 1 hour later, this is what Moses Kuria posted, which is also very significant. My beloved House of Mumbi, in 2022, we paid external debts by voting for a non-Mount Kenya candidate. He's making reference to William Ruto. Time has come for us to complete the debt-paying season by paying our domestic debt through supporting our Meru and Embu sibling to lead us. History will judge us right. take it from your economist son. By this time, this was midnight yesterday, Professor Kithure Kindiki had not been nominated. Moses Kuria was very clear and was addressing the House of Mumbi because he knew, and that's why these tweets are significant for me. Sometimes Moses Kuria can even use the parodies, but his message is very clear. Like, for example, there is this one he has made, which for me is significant and ODM should take seriously. This was before Kindiki was nominated. This was yesterday. He was so sure. That ended there. Next, Moses Kuria posted, this was today, the first tweet today. He has done it again. Photo of Ngunjiri, Uhuru Ngunjiri. Remember, most people blamed Wambugu Ngunjiri for messing up Uhuru and again messing up Rigathi. Then Moses Kuria shared this video. Just listen.
Juzi nilikuwa kwa Inoro nikawaambia, sisi katika hii mlima tumekuwa tukiambua tuko na kula, tuko na wingi. Wacha niwaambie, mimi nilienda university kusomea hesabu, sio literature. Na katika hiyo hesabu inanionyesha ya kwamba hizo namba zetu hazitoshi. Tureige. Mimi sitaki kufanya hesabu ya kuanguka. Na kuna watu wengine, siku hizi nimeokoka, lakini kabla niokoke, kuna watu wengine tulikuwa tunaenda kwao nao kwa bar, wanachokoza kwa bar, unafikiria huyu mtu amechokoza anajua kupigana. Kumbe hata hana idea ya kupigana. Kulimwa tunalimwa anatoroka kwanza. Mtu asianze vita kama haujui hiyo vita vile utaishinda na vile utaimaliza. Tukue watu wa kufanya hesabu ya kushinda. Hata hawa watu wamekuja kwa upinzani sababu sisi tulianza vita, hatujui vile tutamaliza, ni sisi tumewaalika.
Then later, which is going to form the basis of this analysis and other series of tweets after it, this is what Moses Kuria posted. The appointment had been done. Justice Mwita's orders, as sought by immediate former Deputy President, are overtaken by events. Congratulations, His Excellency Abraham Kithure Kindiki. Okay? Now here is where Moses Kuria now begins his moves. Moses Kuria is posting this now. Inspecting the site for tomorrow's swearing in of His Excellency Kithure Kindiki, the third Deputy President under the 2010 Katiba. And Moses Kuria, you can see him actually moving around there, inspecting the site. Remember, a judge has issued orders. The person who is supposed to swear in, the Deputy President, I think is the registrar of the judiciary. Kenyans will be waiting to see whether the judiciary will not obey their own orders. Because according to Moses Kuria, this thing here is going on tomorrow. Then later, he made another post. Kesho ni ile siku. And you can see him with outriders, which means outriders are ready for the event for tomorrow. And later, Moses Kuria is posting limited seating capacity, limited invitation cards, which means very few people have been invited to this event. I think they just want to meet some constitutional requirements that he was sworn in publicly, because I think that's what the law requires. But I want us to focus on this particular event, Moses Kuria's tweets, the impeachment, and William Ruto. Again, for those who are watching the channel for the first time, please, the best way you can support this channel is by sharing these videos, pressing that thumbs up. In fact, the easiest is just to press up that thumbs up button. And of course, allow me to also take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names there for the coffee they sent to me earlier today. You can also do the same using the numbers you're seeing on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. Number one, in my view, I think Moses Kuria is communicating to Kenyans that the swearing-in ceremony of Professor Kithure Kindiki will go on. Why is that significant? When William Ruto was campaigning, he promised that he would obey court orders. Professor Kithure Kindiki is a professor of law. Now, there's an order stopping this. And according to Justice Mwita, which is very significant, he's saying that according to Justice Mwita, he's setting some significant constitutional questions. Significant constitutional questions have been raised, which must be determined by the courts. And he's also saying that the issues are matters of public interest. And he recommended that a special bench will be constituted by the Chief Justice, which will sit on the 24th of October, several days later. So we'll be waiting to see what is going to happen. Because, for example, if you go through the requirements, let me just get for you one here. For one to be nominated as a deputy president, and that's why several questions are being asked. One of them is whether for you to be nominated as a deputy president, you should belong to a political party. Because for you to become a president, you must belong to a political party. For you to be a cabinet secretary, you must resign from a political party membership. You have to resign. Very, very interesting times ahead. So there's also this requirement here, which states a person is not qualified for nomination as a presidential candidate if the person A owes allegiance to a foreign state, or is a public officer, or is acting in any state or other public office. So someone will have to interpret whether the cabinet secretary is in the Republic of Kenya. For example, whether Joho is no longer an ODM member. Because Kindiki is a cabinet secretary. The law requires you must become a party member. He has not resigned. So those are some of the questions Kenyans are asking. In fact, let me play for you this clip of Danston Omari so that you can understand the grave matter we are facing.
Once there's a vacancy in the office of the deputy president, the constitution says that within 14 days, go on.
Once there's a vacancy, and that vacancy is not declared by the speaker, it is declared by the IEBC commissioners.
What?
The vacancy of a deputy president is not declared by the president nor the speaker. It is the IEBC's mandate. Once it is declared, the president has 14 days to nominate a candidate.
Wait, let's pause there. So even in the event of death, it's the IEBC that will gazette the vacancy?
It is them who declare.
Why? Where does it say that?
I can't be carrying the constitution here, but under the IBC Act, that is the preserve of the IBC under the IBC Act.
To declare vacancies.
To declare vacancy. The speaker will gazette.
Writs.
They will gazette. The IBC will declare that this place is now vacant. The president, within 14 days, shall nominate a person. That person's name shall be moved to the Speaker of the National Assembly. Within 60 days, that name shall be discussed. And if approved by 2/3 majority,
It doesn't say that in the Katiba.
it might be my constitution I'm reading, but that is the law. It must be taken to Parliament. Parliament has set a precedent that any matter being discussed, public participation is required. Any matter being discussed. So which means we are going to go to public participation. And this time, the question that will be there during the argument, you heard my good lawyer, Ongoya, ask, is public participation restricted to a county? Deputy presidents are elected at the polling station. The presidential polling results end at the polling station. So people will be going to court saying public participation should be at the polling station. That is the whole issue. But the journey is long. Those who listened to Justice Mwita when he said that the 29 cases, we will wait because of the philosophy of Montesquieu of separation of powers, let Parliament do their job. Once they have done, we will be seized of this matter. So the question whether jurisdiction is at the Supreme Court has already been decided. Jurisdiction is at the High Court. After the High Court, this matter, the Court of Appeal is having jurisdiction as an appellate court against the High Court. The Supreme Court will have to sit on this matter. I don't know why people are forgetting. Uhuru and my good friend Baba Raila Odinga started the BBI. It lasted in court 4 years. Wambura's matter lasted in court for 3 years. Elections were done before that determination was done. Mwangaza, the governor of Meru right now, and I was here with you, I told people, Mwangaza will be kept in office until the Supreme Court decides otherwise. Mwangaza is still in office. So this is the trend. If you look at the jurisprudence for those lawyers who have been following on Citizens, the Wajir matter, the governor of Wajir was evicted and swearing in was almost being done immediately. The decision of the court was that reasonable time must be provided for an aggrieved party to go to court to seek redress.
But Moses Kuria is communicating that this process is going to go on. Probably is being used to test the reaction, and now they're going through the reaction. Number two, I also strongly believe that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. I'm not 100% sure whether William Ruto will go ahead with this. Maybe he's going to be advised against it. But the fact that they're doing it right now, it means they're testing something. And what are they testing? In my own view, William Ruto is testing his machinery for 2027. Can someone stop his schemes for 2027? Yeah, he's testing it. He's coming up with Kindiki. He's pushing Kindiki. Who's going to stop it? Can the machinery be effective from point zero to the end? So he's testing his machinery. How he's going to deal with the judiciary ruthlessly. How he's been dealing with the MPs. Today, members of parliament voted for Kindiki. None abstained. None, those who are present, none abstained, none voted no. All of them yes. So he's testing his machinery. Sometimes I call this MPs robots, but some people think I'm not fair to them, but that's it. Number three, I think strategically, all this drama of the court orders, Laba, are intended to help William Ruto identify problematic judges. Who are the problematic judges? Because the journey is still very long. So they must be identified that there is a judge somewhere in, is it Kerogoya or Kirinyaga today? There's another one in Malindi. They're a bit problematic. How do we deal with them? He wants to identify early enough. And lastly, I think Moses Kuria is also doing strategic positioning. This is a guy who was removed from office. And because William Ruto understands Moses Kuria, he knew that if Moses Kuria were outside there, was going to give him a lot of problems. So he brought Moses Kuria back as an advisor. But Moses Kuria has seen an opportunity. He wants to emerge as the main person supporting Ruto. Why? Because even Ndindi Nyoro has really messed up. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.